Ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. Happy Thursday for all of you that are coming on. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know your boy, he is live and he's about to give us some more game on the Ramonepreston show. All right, hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody and let them know. Prophet Ramon, the squad, we are live right here on the Ramonepreston show on this beautiful Thursday, and I am super excited. Good afternoon to all of you. Please do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share button. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page, please subscribe to my YouTube page, and let me know what city you're watching the Ramonepreston show from today. Good afternoon. This has been an amazing week. We've had an amazing opportunity to share some valuable information with you this week, and this is actually part 2 of my discussion on the SMS Matrix, So if you are not familiar with what I teach on the most, I do a lot of teaching on the holding company concept, how to start them, how to structure them, how to actually scale them so that you could get maximum results from them. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So very quickly, if you can hit that like button, if you could share this video, this show with some family members and friends, tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Mr. RP is in his house on this beautiful Thursday, and he's about to give us some game. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. If you haven't followed me, follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok, Twitter. You can find me everywhere at Ramonepreston. So welcome to the Ramonepreston show. For those of you that are coming on, my name is Ramonepreston. If you don't know, now you know. I am the host of the Ramonepreston show, and every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock noon, I take at least an hour of my busy day to come on this show to provide value to my family, value to my friends, value to those of you that follow me on social media, because I want you to be successful. I want you to be successful spiritually. I want you to be successful financially. I want you to be successful professionally. But in order for these areas of success to take place, you got to have some information. You got to get educated. You got to get trained. You got to build a successful infrastructure. You can't build anything if it's not built right. That's why even the Bible says, if you're going to build something, you need to count up the cost. You need to make sure that what you're building is being built the right way. And so we use this show every Monday through Friday to share information with you that we know can help you properly start and structure and scale any business, any ministry, any income stream. So whether you're a preacher, a pastor, a minister, an evangelist, whether you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, a hustler, hey, you could be a dope boy for all I care. You could be just a thug in the streets trying to figure out how you can legitimize what you're doing. You could be a legitimate business owner, an investor, and you're just trying to figure out how you can structure it or restructure it in a way so that it can become scalable. So that's what we provide information on, and you can rest assured all the information that I share with you on this show, number one, it's an extension of who I am. So I don't teach nothing I ain't living. Now, even if I haven't succeeded in something, if I'm doing something and it's starting to work for me, I'm gonna share it with you. I ain't gonna wait. I'm gonna give you the game now. But most of the stuff that I share with you about building a successful business, building a successful ministry, being able to hire family members and friends and have financial freedom and be a millionaire and create this blueprint for success, I've done it. I'm doing it. So I know it works. So everything I share with you, I know works. So we provide business and financial consulting here at Ramonepreston Enterprises. We provide business and financial coaching. We provide business and financial training. So wherever you are in the ecosystem of the RP universe, if you will, you will be getting some form of training, some form of coaching, and some form of consulting. Now, with that being said, since I've gotten my little spiel out the way, this is part 2 of a discussion that we've been having on the SMS Matrix for your holding company. Now, just in case you are not familiar with the holding company, let me explain to you what a holding company is. A holding company is a company that holds assets. It holds ownership interests. It holds copyrights, IP. It holds trademarks. It holds anything that has value. It may hold other LLCs that own real estate or stocks and bonds or so forth and so on. So a holding company is really designed for the purpose of holding ownership interests and other assets that are actually out in the business world operating and selling products and services. Now, the reason why I like to talk a lot about the holding company is because, number one, a lot of small business owners don't use the concept. A lot of entrepreneurs don't use the concept. A lot of people who are trying to figure out how they can build wealth and how they can really scale their businesses don't use the concept because they don't know anything about it or they don't know enough about it. But if you name most of the biggest companies in the world, those companies are structured like holding companies, whether it's Johnson & Johnson, whether it's JP Morgan, whether it's the Amazons of the world, whether it's the Merrill Lynches of the world, the Walton Enterprises of the world that happens to own Walmart and Sam's Club. So all of these big behemoth companies that are trillion-dollar companies, they are worth hundreds of billions of dollars and even tens of billions of dollars. Even if they just worth a couple hundred million, that's big. And a lot of smaller companies that might be scrapping to make $20,000 or $10,000, or maybe you just trying to get to 100 grand in your business, you never think about structuring your business in a way that it can help you scale to get maximum results. But what I've learned in my entrepreneurial journey is that if you can do it right the first time, it don't mean you can't be successful, but what it means is if you can do it right the first time, it really helps you. See, I'm one of them entrepreneurs. I'm one of them go-getters. I'm one of them hustlers and grinders that I want to know the right way to do it when I get started. A lot of people don't condone that. They don't really support that because they feel like you don't need to know everything. You just need to do what you need to do now. And to some extent, they right. But for me, if you can show me the bigger picture, if you can give me an idea of how this thing works and I can see the light at the end of the business tunnel, it just gives me the momentum and the motivation and the inspiration and the excitement to get up every day and to keep grinding and fighting and pushing and pressing because I know where I'm headed. And so a lot of entrepreneurs, all they do is they get an idea to start a detailing company. They get an idea to start a food service. They get an idea to start an online store. They get an idea to start an accessory business. They get an idea to open up a shop. They get an idea to start a cleaning business. They get an idea to start doing digital marketing. In other words, most entrepreneurs, they get ideas to start businesses that are going to provide products and services in the marketplace. They don't think about the bigger picture. And what happens a lot of times is these entrepreneurs, a lot like me, they have so many different ideas. They have so many different inventions. They get confused and scattered and get off focus because they did not structure their businesses right. You know what I'm saying is true because you probably one of those individuals that experience that right now. So for example, if you have a business and your business is selling a product here or a service here, if your business becomes the ceiling, if your business becomes the ceiling and You know, this is like the house of your business. If your business is based on a product and a service, and here is you're in your business, and now you got all these ideas in your mind, well, the only thing over you is the products and services that you selling through your current business. So it's not like you're like this person here, where this person is not in their business. You see that? They're actually on top of the business. This would be symbolic of a business. So when you could put yourself at the top of the business, like this person is over here, if you could put yourself at the top of the business, yes, you could sell products and services, but at least you're open to continue to explore. You're open to continue to grow. Because a lot of times when you start the detailing business, the car cleaning business, the digital marketing business, you start the online store, and it's not working the way you want it to work. In 3 months, what happens? What happens in 3 months? You get bored, you get sick of it, and you just let it go. And you say, you know what, man, this thing ain't working for me. But if you built and structured your business in a way that even if the products and services you selling no longer work, it ain't gonna stop the business that you got here at the top. That's why I'm always talking about a holding company, because the concept behind the holding company keeps you at the top of that mountain. Now, if you have any questions about the holding company, or if you just need some more information even while we're on the show live, I want you to put the questions in the comments. My team is always lurking, watching to see if you have any questions, so I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. So yesterday we talked about you being at the top of the mountain. This is what the matrix is all about, the SMS Matrix. It stands for, or it's the acronym for S, structure, M, marketing, S, sales. So I always tell my clients that if you're gonna build your business needs to be built, or the infrastructure of your business needs to be built with marketing and sales in mind. So you don't want to start a business, and then once you start the business, now you right here talking about, well, what I'm going to do to market my business, what I'm going to do to get sales for my business. You don't want to wait till you get the business started, because maybe how you structure the business will change if you had marketing and sales in mind. I want my whole organizational enterprise to be a marketing and sales funnel. I want it to be a whole pipeline. I want to make sure that I can create some consistent messaging, some consistent branding, so that no matter what happens with any product or service or business that I'm operating under my umbrella, if any of them stop or change, it won't stop and change what I'm doing at the top of that mountain. I'm telling you, this is how you are going to get maximum results in the marketplace. So a lot of times when I'm explaining this concept, you got to hear it over and over and over again for it to really resonate, for you to understand, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Because most of the times when you're starting a business, you're not starting a business thinking about who you're going to be and what you're going to do at the top of the mountain. All you thinking about is the little products and services you selling down here because you got to get some money. That's all you thinking about. But what happens is, as you grow, as you learn, as you expand, as you figure things out, you ain't going to want to keep doing that all the time. It don't mean you ain't gonna stop your business. It don't mean your business don't need to keep going, but what it means is you don't need to be stuck down here. You need to figure out how you could get to the top of that mountain and stay at the top of the mountain. So this SMS Matrix that I talk about really shows you how to start a holding company. Make sure that your holding company is your mountaintop. Your holding company needs to be your mountaintop entity. Now you think to yourself, well, my holding company ain't really gonna be doing nothing. It ain't really gonna be selling products and services. So it don't mean you can't market yourself and sell yourself as a conglomerate that actually gives your other businesses more value. I gave y'all an example yesterday about Joe the plumber. If Joe the plumber had Joe the plumbing business, and Joe the plumber did plumbing, but Joe the plumber also had some type of marketing message that he wasn't just the guy that can do the plumbing, but he was actually the plumbing expert who could give you advice on plumbing, direction on plumbing, instructions on plumbing. He can give you references for the best plumbers. Now, if Joe the plumber gave you all this top tier, mountaintop, expert level information, you would consider Joe the plumber to be a better plumber. And most likely you'll use his plumbing service just because of the service of information, the service of expert opinion that he's given to you. Every entrepreneur should be doing that. Not just Joe the plumber, not just Ramonepreston, who's a business consultant, a business coach, a financial trainer and teacher and educator. I shouldn't be the only one doing it. All of us should be doing it. Why everybody ain't doing that? Why every entrepreneur ain't doing it? You know why? Because they ain't got information like this. They don't know how to properly structure it. And if they know how to properly structure it, they don't know how to properly position themselves at the top of that Mount Rushmore of enterprises and operations so that they can get the maximum results when they start marketing and selling. Because I know people right now, they got holding companies, they got operating companies, but they're still marketing their operating companies, trying to sell products and services in their operating companies, and they can't get no momentum, they can't get no attention, they can't get no activity, and they're wondering why. Well, it could be a lot of reasons, but I tell you what, if you coming from up here and you're proving to the market that you're the go-to person, you're the expert in your space, you know way more about just what you do in terms of the operating business that you have, but you know about the whole market, the whole industry, the whole space of that thing. It changes how people view you. So if you have any questions about this matrix, about this holding company concept, about the business or the industry that you're in, and you're just trying to make sure that you have yours properly set up the right way and structured the right way, I would love to speak with you. You can always reach out to me. I always make myself available. My team is always available. So you can call me. The best way for you to reach me is to text me. You could text me at any time. If you text me, of course, if I'm live, I ain't gonna be able to talk with you right now. I mean, I would if you called in and needed to talk, but for the most part, I'll call you back or we'll talk after the show, but you can always call, and text is the best way to reach me. So now we've already covered a few things about the holding company. Number one, we covered the setup. We covered the setup, right? So you got to properly file and form your paperwork. You got to make sure if you filing and forming paperwork for a holding company that you designate that LLC as a holding company. You categorize that LLC as a holding company. So there are certain words that you can use when you're doing your SS4 form to obtain your EIN. There's certain words you can use or categories or NAICS codes you can find depending on what state you in to make sure that your corporation or your LLC articles of organization are filed right. And then you got your operating agreement. You're going to make sure your operating agreement is correct. I got all these resources for you, by the way. So if you don't know how to navigate around getting your EIN for a holding company, getting your Secretary of State articles, getting your operating agreement drafted, we got that. I got plenty resources for you. First of all, we have a holding company course and startup kit that you can learn how to start and structure the holding company. You can learn how to manage the day-to-day operations of it. You can learn how to use this concept for the purpose of marketing and selling other products and services within your organization. And if you're just not comfortable doing it yourself, we actually provide the service of filing and forming your paperwork. So you could pay my company to file and form the paperwork for you. All right. So I just want you to keep that in mind. So let's say you filed and formed your paperwork. Yesterday, we talked about the 3 B's. Now you need to start building your infrastructure out. You want to think about the B of your business name. Your holding company should be your legacy company. So it should represent a legacy. It should represent something that you know you ain't got to keep changing. I keep telling my clients this. Don't keep naming your holding company names that you know ain't really going to represent you 20 years from now. So you get a good idea right now, you get a good concept, or you come up with a name that represents a certain purpose you want to serve today, but are you going to serve that same purpose in 20 years? Your purpose may change. That's why you want to make sure your holding company has a name that you know can be sustained. Why is that important? Because the first B of my business structure, which is my name and my legacy, is going to bring me to the second B of my brand identity. So if you don't have the right name and you start building a brand with one name and then you change it in 3 years, you're going to take all the momentum out of building a brand, because that's what you're going to have to do. That's what you're going to have to do. I'm telling you, building a successful business has a lot to do with marketing and sales. Shoot, it got everything to do with it, to be honest. But what I'm trying to show you is when you're structuring your business and you're getting the name for your business and the type of entity as a holding company to build a conglomerate, your name is going to have a lot to do with how you brand your business. And then when you get the brand identity, you got to think about who the brand ambassador is. Now, if you're an introvert and you like, well, I don't want to be the person in front of the camera. I ain't got the personality like Ramonepreston, and I don't want to be rah-rah and yelling and screaming and moving around. I don't want to be that. Well, you better think about what can be your brand. Like Geico Insurance, they got a Geico lizard for their brand ambassador. But you got to figure out who's going to be your brand ambassador. You got to figure out what's going to be your brand ambassador, because you're going to want to build a brand. You see what I'm wearing? I'm wearing an RP. That's my logo. That's the logo for my business right there. You see that? That's the logo for my business. RP, that's the logo for my brand. So even though I have other products and services, other divisions and subsidiaries under the banner of my mountaintop company, I got a lot of businesses and operations under here, but they're all streamlined through the funnel and the pipeline of RP, Ramonepreston. That's how you start building a brand. Now, I'm not saying I'm a brand yet, because I think in order for you to be a brand, you got to be known. I mean, you got to be public. You got to be celebrity. That's when you're a brand. So until I'm like the celebrity, until I'm like known, hey, I'm building a brand, but I ain't there yet. And I'm working on getting there. But guess what? At least I started the process. At least I have something to work with, and you got to be willing to start the process. And so you want to make sure you properly start and structure your holding company. Okay, that's one. So let's clear this up. Let's make sure we're on the same page. So we start and structure our holding company. Then you want to position yourself as an expert in your niche. That's going to be very important. The third thing we talked about is over here, introducing you, your products and your services to the market. So if you structure your business the right way, you're probably going to have two sets of products and services. So you're going to have one set of products and services down here that represents your operating entity, right? Or entities. Then you're going to have another set that represents your holding company. So my holding company is named Ramonepreston Enterprises, right? My holding company is named Ramonepreston Enterprises. I want you to understand, I'm a prime example of how this works. I can't teach it if I'm not working it. So my holding company is named Ramonepreston Enterprises, right? So I present my holding company to the marketplace as a consulting, coaching, and training firm. That's how I present my holding company. So even though it is a holding company, there's nothing wrong with me presenting for the purpose of branding and marketing. There's nothing wrong with me presenting my mountaintop company, my holding company as such. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I own it. It's a LLC. I do what I want to do with it, even though the primary purpose is for me to hold assets, to hold business interests. But until I'm able to have enough activity with my operating entities or subsidiaries, I can always position myself as an expert in the niches that I provide products and services for through my holding company. I can actually do that. You can actually do that. As a matter of fact, it makes these products and services more valuable rather than me being way down here trying to introduce, I'm a real estate entrepreneur. My wife is a real estate agent. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an educator. I can help provide business education or financial education, or I can provide the service of filing and forming your paperwork. All these services and products that I can present down here, I don't want to go to the market like that. I want to go to the market as the guy, the go-to, the expert in my niche, so that I can have products and services on this level and products and services on that level. So here I could provide business consulting, right? Just give you an example of my business. I could provide business education. I could provide business coaching. Those are my main things that I can provide as an expert up here at the top and present it through my holding company called Ramonepreston Enterprises. But down here, I can provide business filing and forming services. We know how to file. We get paid to file and form holding company paperwork, LLC paperwork. We can do that for you, right? We can represent you in real estate. We have a real estate license, so we can represent you in real estate. We can do that. So there are other services that we can provide for you that may be representing an operating entity or a division, but that's not how we're presenting ourselves, because we don't want to compete with the people down here that's doing the same thing we're doing, even though it's people that do these, but we want to position ourselves the proper way. I hope I'm making sense to you, and I would love to get some feedback in the comments on how you understand this concept, because a lot of times when you think about the holding company, you're just thinking about it from the perspective of it being an asset protector. And yes, your holding company should be protecting your assets, but it's much more than that. It's much more than asset protection. Your holding company is going to help position you in the marketplace, because if I'm here and this is my holding company and I position myself in the marketplace as an expert and I have products and services on an expert level, but then all these areas that I say I'm an expert in, I may have services that I can actually provide through an operating entity. As I explained yesterday, Joe the plumber can do plumbing. Joe the plumbing expert can provide expert consulting on plumbing. Those are two different businesses. Those are two different operations. Those are two different sets of products and services. But if Joe doesn't know how to separate them and position himself as such, Joe just gonna keep talking about plumbing. And yeah, Joe gonna make some money, but it don't mean Joe gonna be no better than Jack the plumber or Scott the plumber. Joe gotta figure out how to best position himself. And I'm telling y'all that's watching me, this concept that I teach and these strategies that I give to you are the concepts and strategies that's gonna separate you and set you apart in times like we're in. And we're talking about like in recessions, in downturns of the markets, in bear markets, in volatile markets. You gotta figure out the best way to position yourself in the marketplace, because if not, you probably don't even know how to market yourself right, because you're trying to market yourself based on products and services you have down here when you should be marketing yourself as the guru, as the expert. Now, if you don't have the confidence to be the guru, if you don't have the confidence to be the expert, what are some things can you do to get that confidence? I know one thing you can do. You could get around people who know what they're doing. You can get that confidence and draw from the energy and the strength and the confidence and the experience and expertise and the professionalism and the mastery of people who've already done it. So I'm always telling my students and my clients and mentees, use me as your backup. When you talking to people, let them know you got a millionaire in your corner. Let them know you got a mogul in your corner. Let them know you got a business consultant and coach in your corner. Let them know you got people on your team that's a part of your business that knows a whole lot about a whole lot, even if you don't know it. People do it every day in network marketing. Network marketers do it all the time. So anytime you talk to a new network marketer, they join the network marketing company, they don't know nothing about the products, they don't know nothing about the network marketing concept, they don't understand that it's two businesses. A lot of network marketers don't know that. So they join a network marketing company and all they thinking about is, man, I gotta sell these products. Man, I gotta invite somebody. They don't understand it's a couple businesses that's going on that they haven't understood yet, right? So it's the business of the products and services that they provide, but then it's the business of the network marketing concept itself. And that's where the money is. But they don't know how to properly position themselves. And what do most of them do? Most of them get a sponsor. There's somebody up in their upline that's going to help them, that's going to sponsor them. So the sponsor of the upline leader may tell them, hey, listen, all you need to do is get them to the meeting. If you get them to the meeting, I'm going to come in, I'm going to show up, and I'm going to show out, and I'm going to show you how it's done. Because the upline sponsor probably already knows the ins and outs of the different types of products and services they provide. They know the ins and outs of the network marketing business and the concept itself, and they understand these nuances. You got to have people like that in your life for business, and for success in business, and for the financial freedom that you want from business. Because if your business is structured the right way, and if your business structure has marketing and sales built into it, I want you to understand that, because that's different than what a lot of business owners do. They start a business, they structure a business, they get their logos, they get their EIN numbers, they get their Duns and Bradstreets, they apply for a Capital One credit card or Credit One credit card. They try to get a U line, a trade line. They go to the bank and try to get a bank account and get a line of credit or a loan. They go to the credit union to try to establish credibility. They do all this stuff, but they never think about, how can I best structure my business and simultaneously build marketing and sales into my business. So if this is a symbol of business, notice how this business looks. This business looks like a whole ecosystem, a matrix. And within this business, you have marketing. So on one hand, you got the marketing, you got the ability to get some awareness, because you want to bring awareness to your business. When you start bringing awareness to your business and people start coming into your ecosystem, now they're being introduced to a bigger conglomerate, and the awareness that you get from your business can make it easier for you to create interest. When you create interest, this is like the funnel, the intent. So now somebody is aware of your business, they have interest, they start showing intent, you can evaluate them, they can make a purchase, they can become loyal. And to simplify this, what happens a lot of times is when people come into your business ecosystem, you have a system and you have a process that not only brings them awareness, but what happens is when people come into your ecosystem, you have some type of sales process you can walk them through. It's just like with you and I talking right now. Okay, I'm here, I'm sharing with you valuable information, and whether people agree with it or not, the information I'm sharing with you as a business and financial consultant and coach and trainer is valuable information. It's expert level information, because you ain't gonna just find this information just browsing around, okay? You're not gonna find it. So now, if you hear this information and you say to yourself, wow, I need more of this information. I need to connect with this person. I need to be educated and trained. I need to restructure my business. I need to do it right because I do want to become successful, be a millionaire, be financially free, and have a business that can be my legacy. And guess what will happen? Well, you're going to have to figure out how you can get past the barrier of connecting with someone like me. I make it easy for you. You don't even have to call me. All you have to do is just text the word millionaire to 404-478-7213. And when you text that name, that word to that number, guess what happens? We're able to reach back out to you. And when we reach back out to you, we're going to take a few minutes to, over the phone, just assess your business situation to see what exactly do you have going on, what exactly are you intending to do, and we can help explain to you what the best decision is. So you may already own an LLC and you're just trying to figure out, can I start a holding company and transfer the ownership of my current LLC to my holding company since it's already up and running? Can I just change the name of my current LLC and make it a holding company? Do I scrap it and just start fresh? Can I rearrange my structure so that I can build marketing and sales into my business? Can I reposition myself as my business is? All these questions that you have, we're able to answer those questions. And then once we give you direction and clarity, we can show you what programs we have, what training and education, what services we provide that can assist you to getting to where you want to go. It's just as simple as that. But again, you've got to text millionaire to that number. And what am I doing? I'm showing you just through this demonstration over a live show that when you build marketing and sales into your infrastructure and you're providing the best expert advice and information and value to people, and it resonates with them, at some point, they're going to respond to you via texting or whatever, clicking a link. And when they respond to you and you can bring them into your ecosystem, you can create a relationship that helps them get the results they need. So I want to be here for you. I want to help you. I want to give you as much direction as you need to get to where you're going. But again, you need to reach out to me. If you're already a part of our Millionaire Blueprint or our mentorship program, maybe you just can't do it by yourself. We've been having this conversation for the last month or two with a lot of our clients who they're on our blueprint, but they just don't have the discipline to go on there every day. And I'm working very hard to talk to my clients and students to tell them, don't just pay money every month to be on an online program that you're not using. What you need to do is find the right program that you can actually get results from. And most of the times, if it's not online, it may mean you need coaching. You may need me to help you and to motivate you. You may need to hear me not just on the show, but in a coaching call every week. You may need to come in once a month and sit in our workshops. You may need some one-on-one coaching sessions. So don't just stay stuck in a program that you're not getting results from. Move further into the ecosystem. Don't stay on the outskirts of a business community or a success community that you know can help you, because it's just defeating your purpose. So maybe you need to move up into our coaching and mentorship, or maybe you need to work on getting certified. So we have programs, like all of the programs that I provide in my business are programs that I've created so that I can help keep you moving up and moving forward. And it doesn't matter what people think about that. Some people see that as like, what do you mean you trying to keep people moving up and moving forward? Of course I want you to move up and move forward. Why shouldn't I want you to? Because the higher up I go, the higher I want my community to go. The further out I go, the further out I want my community to go. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm always talking about the different ways, come on now, work with me, the different ways we can keep you moving up. And so we use our programs like a stair. We use ours like stairs. So we have like stairs in our programs like this. So we have our Millionaire Blueprint. That's our online training program. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you know you can get online, you can study every day, I can mentor you virtually, you get access to it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that Millionaire Blueprint works for you. If you need more personal coaching, you need more personal support, you need to be in a community where you can get on a live call every week and ask questions and interact and really sit down with me and my team so we can flesh out some of these things you're confused about. This is why we have our Millionaire Mentorship Program. This is a 1-year mentorship program. And now what happens is we give you access to the Millionaire Blueprint, but you're able to get instructions and directions on what courses you need to be taking so that it can match what program we have you on. Every client that joins our mentorship program, we take time out in our initial one-on-one coaching session to figure out a game plan for them. Like, here is where you are, here's where you want to go, here is what it's going to take to get there. We do this in our Millionaire Mentorship. Here we have our certification program. This is a certification program for coaches and consultants. So most people, they want to be consultants and coaches, but they don't want to train. They don't want to be mentored. You got to get mentored for this stuff. You can't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to be a consultant. That's horrible handwriting, by the way. But many people, they want to be coaches and consultants, but they don't want to get trained on how to become a coach and a consultant. So we have this certification program, and what we do is we show you how to consult and coach and train clients that you will have in your business the same way we consult, coach, and train. That's a certification. And then here we have our business incubator. And this business incubator is really powerful because what we do here is we basically walk you through each step of the business building process, and we do it with you. So here, this is do it yourself, Millionaire Blueprint. Here, we coach you on what it is that you're doing and sit down and work with you and guide you along the way. Here, we train you while we're coaching you to be an expert, a certified coach and a consultant. Here, we do all of the above, but we sit down and work with you on building your system. So if you need a QuickBooks system, we help build it out for you. We help configure it. We help integrate it. If you need the operations system, we help build it out and integrate it. If you need a marketing and sales system, we help build it out and integrate it. And when I say build it out and integrate it, we're going to sit down, we're going to figure out what platform works for your business best and what are the features of these platforms that you need in order to make your business run smooth, run efficient. That's what the incubator is about. So if you see, we've got stairs. So that's why I said you don't want to just be stuck in a program that you know is not working for you. You want to find out, where do I need to be? I love some of the clients that I have that just get to a point to where they say, you know what, where I am right now, it ain't really working for me. I need to grow, and I feel like I'm stuck. And when they say, can you tell me what is best for me? Some people can't fathom that because in their mind, they're thinking, oh, you just trying to sell somebody. Of course I'm trying to sell you. I'm trying to sell you on your own dreams. I'm trying to sell you on your own success. What do you think we're supposed to be doing? See, I don't fall for that crap because I come from nothing. And even when I was like pastoring my church and preaching the gospel 4 or 5 days a week and training people in church and doing community work every day, like I did that every day for years. even though I was still doing business, but I wasn't doing business as much because a lot of my time was dedicated to church, leadership, and community service. But even then, we had to go out into our communities. We had to knock on doors. We had to find sponsors. We had to solicit support and help. We had to get people to make donations. We had to find community partners. It was a lot of work that had to be done when I was building my church and my nonprofit, my community outreach program, my prison ministry, nursing home ministry. Like, we had all kind of ministries, recovery ministry. And guess what? We were sold on the product we were selling. And yes, we were trying to sell people. We wanted to sell them on a changed life. We wanted to sell them on sobriety. We wanted to sell them on recovery. We wanted to sell them on a better quality of being if they got involved with what we were doing. We wanted to sell parents on their kids coming to our community outreach program, our after school program. We were working on a daycare at one point. We just couldn't get the facility that we were looking for at the time. But guess what? I'm just explaining to you, don't stay stuck. Don't keep knowing you got potential and never pursue that potential. So you know where you are, you know where you want to be. All you have to do is just reach out to me. Text the word millionaire to 404-478-7213. And if you're watching this video, especially if you're lurking and we don't communicate because you don't answer the phone or respond to the emails, if you are a member of our Millionaire Blueprint and you're not getting the results you need, it doesn't mean the Millionaire Blueprint doesn't work. It just means you're not going to get what you need doing it yourself. You're not going to get it just going online watching videos. That might not work for you. Then you may just need to move into our mentorship so we can sit down with you, put a game plan together, direct you to specific courses that will complement what we're doing with you, mentoring you, coaching you. This is a coaching program. You may need coaching. You may not just need training and information, you need coaching. And if you're getting both of these and you still feel like you're missing something, well, maybe you're missing certification, or maybe you're just missing having a consulting team work with you to build your systems out. Because in these areas, I'm giving you the game. I'm explaining to you. We have workshops in our mentorship program at least every quarter on sales, marketing, operations, and financial systems. But I can't do it for you if you're not moving up to allow me to do it for you. You got to let us do it. We're not necessarily doing it for you. On this level, we're doing it with you. But it's still easier. We got clients who like, I don't even know how to go on there and sign up and open up an account. And we're showing them, okay, we'll get it set up, we'll get it started, we'll onboard you, and then we'll have a session to walk you through how you need to work it. And if you have an assistant, you can bring your assistant in. So this is where you really start scaling. And that's what you want to do. You want to keep moving up. That's a good sign. Like, I'm a part of a business coaching and mentorship community, and it ain't cheap. But guess what? I keep moving up, and I'm going to keep moving up. They've got programs in this community that I'm a part of. They've got programs that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. You could be a part of programs that you spend millions of dollars a year, and ultimately partner with them. That's what my goal is. I'm not going to stay small. I'm not going to stay stuck. I'm not going to stay somewhere and I ain't getting where I'm going. I'm going to keep moving forward and moving up. So reach out to me. Text Millionaire to 404-478-7213. I love all of you. Appreciate y'all for watching the Ramonepreston show today. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We'll be back here tomorrow. Same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon, right here on the Ramonepreston show. Peace.